Hi, I'm going to share some recommended resources on mortality. This is part 6 of my series and the last part on mortality. I'm Rochelle Fry, licensed professional counselor, and I am wrapping up my mortality series by sharing some resources that I think might be helpful. There's 3 books. The first one is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. That speaks to the existential piece that we talked about in the last video, one of the last videos. The second book is Influencing Death by hospice nurse Penny Hawkins Smith. She's a registered hospice nurse, and she has a story about her journey as a hospice nurse, which is really good and insightful. She also has a really good TikTok account if you want to follow her on social media. And the third book I'm going to recommend is by a surgeon, Atul Gawande. It's called Being Mortal. And then there are 2 websites that I will recommend. The first one is the NIDA website that talks about death doulas. It's called nidaalliance.org. It'll give you more information about death doula support if you want it. The last website is a really good website about medical aid in dying. They advocate for medical aid in dying. Also has a ton of information on there, so you can get more information as well. That is called compassionandchoices.org. So that's a really good one. And I'm going to leave you with a couple of things that I read in the book on Being Mortal by Atul Gawande. He said in his book that 2 kinds of courage are required in aging and sickness. The first one is the courage to confront the reality of mortality, and the second one is the courage to act on the truth that we find. And that is a lot of what we have been talking about. And he has a really interesting perspective because he is a surgeon, and he's also been through the process of end of life with his dad, which he talks about in his book. And then the other thing he said I thought was really good is that the sick and dying have priorities beyond living safe and longer. The chance to shape one's story is essential to sustaining meaning in life, which is very similar to what Viktor Frankl talks about in Man's Search for Meaning. So I hope you're able to use some of these resources, and thank you for watching my series.